All right, welcome. This is DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday so far. So we have a lot to get into. Let's go ahead and get into some of it, and then we can possibly have an open conversation, which is always phenomenal. So the Jacksonville Jaguars re-signed Tim Tebow. Or they signed Tim Tebow. Big Play Slay, welcome to the house, my man. Happy Thursday, brother. Toxic Falcons, you too. So the Jacksonville Jaguars signed Tim Tebow, and my question is why? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why does it? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's going well, Big Play Slay. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? To play tight end, to play fullback, to do what exactly? You know, I was listening to this. I think it was Inside the Birds with Adam Kaplan and Jeff Mosher, and they were talking about. Or no, it wasn't actually. It was Skip Bayless, and and Shannon Sharp, and they were talking about how he just seems like he can't get away from the limelight. You know what I mean? It didn't work out as a quarterback for him. It didn't work out in baseball for him all that much. And now he's coming back and saying he finally wants to change positions. Well, guess what? He was offered the ability to change positions before he left the NFL to play for the MLB, and he did not. Why? Because it hurts his pride? I mean, we'll see if it works. I mean, here's the thing. The Jacksonville Jaguars have the cap space to do it. I have nothing against Tim Tebow. But, if I were the GM of a team, I would say that it's kind of a waste of money at this point. Damian Creative, welcome. Welcome, Dad. Welcome to the chat. Jalen Hurts Me. Welcome to the channel today, my man. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday again. What do you guys think about the Tim Tebow stuff? I mean, are you guys pulling for him? Maybe he can make a comeback story. Maybe he can win comeback player of the year. Who the fuck knows? But my guess is probably not. Tim wasn't even a bad QB in the NFL, says Toxic Falcons. Well, he wasn't bad. No, he wasn't bad. He just wasn't good. He wasn't what he thought he was. So there's that. You know what I mean? He played one season for the Eagles, and he was only good at doing, and his entire all of his games in the NFL, especially this season that he was, with the Broncos. He was only good in the fourth quarter, guys. He was only good in the fourth quarter. Damien Creative says he played QB? Question mark. He did. Jalen Hurts Me says I'm glad he got a chance, and I'm excited he reunited with Urban Meyer. Well, that's the thing. Is it's only guys. I want to say this. It's pretty much only because Urban Meyer is out of retirement and coaching the Jacksonville Jaguars. So really, there's no other team that probably would have given him a shot. I mean, unless he wanted to play fullback, and maybe he could, but there's not many teams that actually utilize a fullback. Only just a few in today's day and age. But let's go ahead and get to the Philadelphia Eagles schedule, guys, because we're gonna have to take a long look at this. And reason why I say that is because I don't want to be biased while looking at this schedule, and by that I mean I am going to have some bias because I'm excited about the potential of Nick Sirianni. I'm excited about the potential of what Jalen Hurts might do this year. I'm excited about the potential of us implementing Devontae Smith into this team and how that affects Jalen Reagor and what that will do for Miles Sanders and Dallas Goedert getting his first year starting. I'm optimistic. But how will that sway my opinion on our win-to-loss ratio? Jalen Hurts Me says, DB, what do you think about Jordan Hicks being available? Reunion, perhaps? I was talking to Patrick J about this off air, and he actually thinks it's going to happen. He thinks because the Cardinals are interested in Zach Ertz, and we want to get rid of Zach Ertz, and so a player for player swap: Jordan Hicks, Zach Ertz. Would I mind it? No, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind bringing Jordan Hicks back to this team. I absolutely loved having Jordan Hicks line up at middle linebacker for us when he was here in Philadelphia. And I think it's one of Howie's mistakes not to shed a few bucks out to Jordan Hicks when we needed to. But I just don't see it happening. I think it's still going to cost a little bit more money at the linebacker position for Howie Roseman than he is willing to spend. And we don't have a lot of cap, guys. We're $4 million. We have $4 million in cap space, just 4. We still need a corner back. We still need to. Yes. You could say we need a linebacker. I'm excited about Eric Wilson. I think Eric Wilson is going to come in and do well, especially he's got that familiarity with Jonathan Gannon. And also, the safety that we brought in from the Vikings as well. His name is slipping the top of my head real quick, but we'll have to see. There's some of these young players I'm excited about. I'm excited to see what they do with Jacoby Stevens, and I think he is going to make the team because he is he does have some hybrid capability to his game. And I think we're going to use him we're going to line him up at safety and kind of be that X factor blitzer, because he hits hard, guys. I think that's the thing is they wanted to get a Darius Leonard type of guy, but they didn't, and they did and they didn't. Obviously, size wise, Jacoby Stevens can play linebacker, but his size kind of keeps him from being able to probably be a full-time effective linebacker. So they'll just play him at safety and hybrid on passing downs. Big Play Slay says Jalen hurts me. I wouldn't pull the trigger on that for starters. Our LB unit is fairly crowded anyway, and he's more of a vet. So what does he have left? A couple tackles here and there. No, one, I think he can definitely come in and contribute a lot better than what we've been getting since his departure. He had a good couple seasons. He had a good couple seasons with the Cardinals. So Jalen Hurts says, "Oh, I didn't even think about that. Maybe Hicks and a late pick for Ertz. He'll be a good mentor for our young linebackers." Yeah, he probably would. He probably would. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't. No, I don't think they're going to get a pick on top of Hicks for Ertz. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, Jordan Hicks would definitely be a good mentor for the young linebackers that we have in here, and I'm excited about guys like Patrick Jones II. He can line up at the edge. He's a bit smaller. So we'll probably keep him in, throw him in there at outside linebacker, which I think they're going to give him the opportunity to compete for right away. So I think you'll see an Alex Singleton. I think you'll see Eric Wilson. I think you'll see one of these young studs pop up. I don't think it's going to be Jannard Avery, who they moved to outside linebacker this offseason. I don't think it's going to be Jannard Avery, like holding down the fort on the other outside linebacking spot. I think it's mainly going to be, I think it's going to be a competition there. And that's what I love. That's what I love about Nick Sirianni. We needed to bring in a new essence of competitive nature to each one of these fucking roster spots. And that is exactly what we're doing. And and another perfect example of that is obviously the running back. You know what I mean? So, but yes, Jordan Hicks would definitely be a good mentor. One, because he was always a cerebral linebacker as well. So he became a good linebacker, 3rd round pick, became an above average starting linebacker because of the smarts, because of his smarts. So I think that would be a good move. Yeah. I thought he'd be a good mentor, and I heard he only had a $3 million for a cap hit, which is solid. It's solid, but we still need a cornerback. Toxic Falcon says, so are the Eagles in rebuilding stage or no? I mean, what does it mean to rebuild, right? I mean, we've heard so many different definitions for rebuild. I think there's the one, obviously there's the catastrophic scenario of a rebuild, which is what the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets have been going through. And then there's rebuild and those last, decades. But then there's rebuilds like, okay, so if you have some pieces in place and you have a successful draft and you have a successful free agency period, how far are you out really? And that's why I'm excited about the Jets, to be completely honest with you, because I believe that they were a really, really good draft away from getting back on track with the rebuild that they've needed over the last decade or so. And I believe that they just had that draft. And I'll continue to reference the draft. It's Zach Wilson, it's Rondell Moore, it's Elijah Vera Tucker, it's Michael Carter. Those are starting. Each one of those guys are going to start. Are starting caliber players, including Michael Carter. So are the Philadelphia Eagles in a rebuild? Well, yeah, I think we are. I think we are. Look, they needed to get younger across the defensive line. Fletcher Cox has been injured the last 2 years at certain periods of time. Lane Johnson has been injured the last 2 years. Brandon Brooks has been injured the last 2 years. These guys are getting older. Brandon Graham, they just gave an extension to for God knows why. They could have found another. I mean, obviously they needed to get the cap space. So I don't think Fletcher Cox and I don't think Brandon Graham are going to be on the team next year. So yes, the Philadelphia Eagles are in a rebuild, and that's probably pretty much the reason why we saw them go so heavy on the defensive line, edge rusher, linebacker, side of the ball towards the end of the draft, because they need to get younger and they need to hope that some of these guys pan out. And I'm excited about our defensive tackle, Tufuopu, or however the fuck you say his name, out of USC. I'm excited about him. I'm excited about Patrick Jones. I'm excited about Jacoby Stevens. I'm excited. Teron Jackson, I don't know enough about, but the more I hear and the more I read, the more I become excited. And so it's hard to put sorry, I was just reading the comments. It's hard to put a stamp on this thing, guys, because it's mainly potential. It's mainly potential at this point. And it all comes down to Jalen Hurts, how well Jalen performs this season. If Jalen shocks the world, then we're better off, right? Obviously, we're better off because they like Jalen. They want Jalen to succeed. They want Jalen to succeed. It's not like they have any doubts about they don't want to draft the quarterback next year. They don't want to. So we have to remember that. If we don't have to draft the quarterback next year, then we have 3 first-round picks that we get to address other needs with. So are we in a rebuild? Yes. How long is it going to take to get there? We will just have to see how these young players pan out. And I think it's a 2-year thing. If it's a successful rebuild period, then it's 2 years, but it could be 2 to 7. Carson Wentz had a lot. Carson Wentz trade affected a lot for the Philadelphia Eagles. Toxic Falcon says, I got a question. Why do teams that win the Super Bowl don't keep the same players for next season like the Bucs did? Well, here's the thing. One, it's because it's a cap space issue sometimes with a lot of teams. You have to understand what the Bucs did. I mean, those guys, each one of those players took pay cuts because Tom Brady was marketing for the band to get back together in Tampa Bay and go make another run at it. A lot of these guys will take pay cuts because it is Tom Brady. That's just how much sway Tom Brady carries whenever he goes to a team. So I mean, we can bring up the Philadelphia Eagles, for example. I think it's contingent on a ton of factors, right? It's like the pieces that you brought in free agency that led you to your Super Bowl year. How old were they? The Philadelphia Eagles, obviously, they brought in Chris Long, they brought in LeGarrette Blount, and those guys were already getting older. But we let LeGarrette Blount go, and his wheels were starting to slow down. But he probably could have had another successful year in Philly. It's just a matter of but we'll never know that. We'll never know that. But a lot of it is due to, cap restrictions and things like that. Jalen Hurtsby says, hey, everybody still down for a DB fantasy league, maybe 10-team league with $50 buy-in? Sorry, DB, if this is not allowed. How dare you, Jalen? How dare you? Everybody, welcome Patrick J to the stream. And no, yeah, you're fine. I don't care if you advertise the fantasy league. That's fine. Welcome Patrick J. He's obviously not he's not going to be a co-host today, but he is going to be a commentator, which is always still much appreciated. How you doing, buddy? Hi everybody. Sorry, I'm working still and saw this come up. I'm listening and hope everyone is doing well. Well, Patrick, you can join whenever you need to. Patrick is the real MVP. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Patrick, I will go ahead and send you an invite link if you would like. I don't know when you're off work, but let's see if we can get you in here, buddy. And let me go ahead and bring up the Philadelphia Eagles schedule for us. And we'll get to talking about that, guys. Dak, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Happy Thursday, my friend. Good to see you too, my man. Good to see you too. Do you believe the 2017 Eagles would have beat this Bucks team? Says Toxic Falcons. I think that 2017 Eagles team was so good. It was the 2017-2018 season. So it was the Super Bowl was in 2018, but the season was in 2017. The 2017 Eagles team was so good. I think it would have been a good game. The one thing that I was saying during the playoff run of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year was that they did remind me a lot of the 2017 Eagles. They had the elusive runner, and they had the power runner as well with Leonard Fournette. And then they had, Mike Evans, who was playing well. Alshon Jeffrey was playing well in 2017. I think it would have been actually a really, really good game. So I don't know. It's a good question. Dacus King says, Toxic Falcons, what do you think about your Falcons offense this year? Looks good. Yeah, I would say, they're in a prime position to do better than they did last year. That's for sure. They are in a position to do better than they did last year. That is for sure. I'm really interested to see how Kyle Pitts is going to be moved around. The Eagles play the Falcons week 1 in 2021, and it's away. It's going to be at the Falcons. It's away for the Eagles and home for the Falcons. And I'm sorry, Toxic Falcons, but that is one of the ones that I'm chopping up as a win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen says, DB, how is work going? Don't ask me about work. I just got off work. I'm just playing. It's fine. It's fine, Jalen. It's fine. It's fine. All right, let's bring up this schedule. Let's bring up this schedule. All right. All right. All right. Jalen Hurtsby says, sorry, man. No worries. No worries. Toxic Falcon says, y'all my boys, but Falcons all the way. Yeah, in their dreams. In their Falcon dreams. I'm just playing. No, I mean honestly, Patrick J and I share this opinion. Is we like to see teams bounce back, and I definitely want to see the Falcons bounce back. I don't like it's crazy because as far as Matt Ryan is concerned, there's either people that love him or there's people that think he sucks. And he's gotten the same comparison. He's gotten that same kind of, opinion that Matthew Stafford has gotten his entire career. Is like he's either good or we either love him or we either think he sucks. But I don't feel that way. I feel that Matt Ryan is still really good, and I think Matthew Stafford is still really good. So. Patrick says, I personally seeing the Eagles schedule, I see them 8-9, but I'm an optimist, and I think Eagles have a chance to go 9-8. Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me a hard time bringing up this schedule. It's my internet, people. I'm supposed to have Cox come out actually this week. This week. We're going to try to do it today. But as Jalen so openly reminded me, I had work, so I could not call them until I was done because I didn't have enough time. And lo and behold, of course, I have the worst work schedule of all time. It's not the worst work schedule of all time. It just takes up the entire day, which is 10 to 6:30, and then after 5, usually things are closed. So it's a pain in the ass. Dak says, DB, I feel like you redo your room all the time. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I do. No, I have a 3-bedroom house or a 3. Is it 3 or 4? It's 4-bedroom house that I have with roommates, and we like to switch, sometimes. And we just had a roommate leave, and so I was able to snatch the master bedroom. Boom. With a bathroom inside and a big ass walk-in closet. So they were here before he was here, but that guy was here before I was, and then he left because I silently manipulated his mind with telekinetic powers. Shh. Oy vey. What's wrong with me, Patrick? Oh, why can't I bring this up, guys? I probably because I've been looking at the computer working from home all day long, and my brain is like dead. Philadelphia Eagles schedule. I don't have it memorized yet, guys, but I will. I promise. I'm really excited. Let's start off with the preseason schedule. I'm really excited to see. Toxic Falcon says, you scare me sometimes. Oh, you don't even know. Patrick J says some amazing telekinetic powers, bro. Yeah, I got them from you. So thanks, buddy. All right, I'm actually really excited. I want to talk about the preseason schedule first and foremost. First off, because I think that these are three teams that the Eagles can really showcase what they have against, and that is first one August 12th is Eagles against the Steelers. Steelers obviously, as we know, are a very well run organization. They have some good depth, very well coached, and things of that nature. So I think that we'll be able to get some good things out of that preseason game. Same thing with the Patriots. Obviously, the Patriots just added a wealth of talent. Eagles play the Patriots in week 2 of the preseason. Obviously well coached, as we know, obviously disciplined players, depth along the board, and really excited to see. And then this is the crazy thing is that, let me see here. Patrick says, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Thanks, sweetheart. And then, why is it only showing the first 2 preseasons? Anyway, yeah, and then the Falcons, September 12th, I think is going to be a win for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's going to be. Here's the thing is I think that it's going to be a good game. Reason being is because both teams have a lot of potential, and both teams are kind of were in a spot going into the draft where they had a lot of holes to fill, and so both teams have something to prove. But again, I think Jalen Hurts is going to give us the best. I think Jalen Hurts is going to give us his very best this upcoming season, and I'm really excited about it. So I think he's going to eke out a victory against the Falcons in week 1. 49ers, right? Rookie quarterback. I don't think Jimmy. Has Jimmy G moved? Has Jimmy G moved on yet? I don't think Jimmy G's moved on yet. Yeah, Jimmy G hasn't moved on yet. It's going to be really interesting to see who gets to start at quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Again, the defense might be really, really good. I think it's going to be a defensive game, that one. Who can confuse the younger quarterback? Who can confuse the younger quarterback first? Jalen Hurts me says, I feel like Trey Lance won't start until midseason, so probably get Jimmy still. Yeah, and Jimmy's never been a quarterback that scares me. And so I think, honestly, the element of surprise if Trey Lance were to start would be a little bit more scary than Jimmy G. I think it's going to be again. I think the only reason why I'm saying this is because there are a lot of unknowns for both teams as well, and I think the Eagles are going to pull it out. Here's what I'll say. Week 3, the Eagles have their first division rival game against the Dallas Cowboys, and I think we're going to lose. I don't know what it's going to be. It is a division rival game. I think it's going to be a good game, as is the last 2 games, but for different reasons. But I think the Cowboys go ahead and pull this one out, because I think Micah Parsons is going to be a stud. Guys. He's going to be a guy that we're going to need to worry about for a while, for a long time. And they're more complete than any other team. They're really more complete than any other team in the NFC East, honestly. They really are. They kind of, other than, because here's the thing. I worry about the Cowboys offense more than I do the Giants offense, more than I do the Washington football team's offense. Obviously. And the Cowboys have the personnel to be really good on both sides of the ball. I just don't get how they can't fucking win. I just don't. I'm sorry, Dak. I just don't understand how your Cowboys just can't fucking win. It honestly drives me nuts because if the Philadelphia Eagles had that talent, like I feel like we'd be going 11-5 every fucking season. Every fucking season, I feel like we would be going 11-5, just like we did during the Andy Reid era. Like it just like I don't. But I think the Cowboys are going to pull that one out against the Eagles, and obviously, I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in Week 4 are going to go ahead and defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. So I have the Eagles splitting and going 2-2 in the first month of the season. I think as Jalen says, I think as always, our season will come down to how we do against our division foes. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a shot that the Washington football team could take it and run with it, as well as the Cowboys. I mean, I really don't see the Giants. It seems like they're complaining more than the Giants are being crybabies more than anything over stupid fucking shit. Cowboys, I think can do it. Depends on how well Dak looks when he comes or when he's back. But the Washington football team, they really are priming themselves for to win the division again. So Cornhuffer, welcome to the channel, my friend. I haven't seen you in here. Please like and subscribe. He says, so sad to see an old man ruining the country, and it all slips away. Go Cowboys. Oh God. Dak, how do you feel, buddy? You got another Cowboys fan in here? Family meeting family? Family meeting family. Okay, so let's go ahead and Dak is King says, I'm excited for our division. Eagles are super improved, and I'm excited to see them play. Giants offense looks so good with Tony, Galladay, Saquon, and Ingram. Washington football team is scary defensively. Yeah, I agree. I completely forgot that the Giant. I keep forgetting that the Giants got Kadarius Toney. And Galladay. Yeah, no, I mean, so they should. I mean, it's true. It's true. Each of our division rivals have gotten a little bit better, and I think they're just going to be better. I think last year was it wasn't it was an odd year for the NFC East. It was an odd year for everybody, but it was definitely a down year for the NFC East. And the one thing I want more is to see our division become competitive again. Because you know what I've started to hear over the past 2 seasons is, oh, the NFC least, oh, the cupcake division. Fuck you. We used to be the NFC beasts. Does anybody not remember that? So that's what I want to see our division teams to get back to. Damn, Bastard. I hope I said that right. Welcome to the stream, my man. Please like and subscribe. I saw Zeke work dodging pads and running, and he will be great. Cowboys ready for great season. Let's go. Dak is king. Did you invite all your Cowboys fans, or what do we got here? What's going on? Yeah, no, I'm grateful for the I'm excited for the Cowboys, for them to be able to get Dak back. I have nothing against Dak. And I think it was such a tragedy when he got hurt because he was betting on himself, and the offense was performing at a fucking pristine level. So I'm excited for the competition again in the NFC East. I think that's exactly what it's going to compute to. Toxic Falcon says, who would be your biggest threat in your division? That's I mean, it's difficult. The NFC East Toxic Falcons, they're not like other divisions. I mean, they are. I mean, they're not like other divisions. There are some other divisions that are like the NFC East, but when it really comes down to an NFC East divisional game, there's nothing like them. There really isn't. You know, but it doesn't matter what record you are. They're going to be tough. They're going to be fought out, and they're going to be, with every clawing inch that you could possibly muster. But honestly, it's hard. It's up in the air for me right now as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. It's hard. It's definitely between the Cowboys and the Washington football team. Just with all the moves that the Washington football team has made, their defense is going to be good for a long time if they keep the band together. And all those guys are young. So, but I'd honestly probably say Washington football team. I'm more scared of, or not the Washington football team, but the Dallas Cowboys. I'm more scared of the Dallas Cowboys because they're not that far away. They should be winning more games than they actually do. Thrilla, welcome to the chat. Please like and subscribe. I think it will be a great season for the Cowboys. Defense better much improved with the new coordinator. Schedule is pretty easy. Yeah, they got Dan Quinn. So I mean, Dan Quinn, obviously, as we know, he has that. He comes from the Pete Carroll tree, and coached the Legion of Boom for quite a time. So I think that also is going to be really good for the Cowboys. So I think it's going to be. I think our division is definitely going to be more competitive than it has been. I did not appreciate the politics, corn, whatever guy. I hate Trump, and let's keep that out of this comment. I mean, you guys can say whatever you want. You guys can say whatever you want on my stream. Just no racist, sexist, or anything like that. Sexist shit. But everything else you guys can talk about. We'll keep it. We'll keep it as far as the comments on the screen. We're gonna keep that pretty much probably close to football talk. But you guys can talk about whatever you want. Well, Dak Green Legion, welcome to the chat, my friend. Will Dak's ankle cause him any trouble on the field? Go boys. I think there's going to be. I think this. I think Dak is going to have a little bit of a curve coming back. But I think the thing is that his presence, just being back in that locker room, being with the guys, is going to improve their sense of morale and give them and then make them feel like, okay, they can go in and win any game. And I think that that's one of the things that they were kind of lacking last season once he went down. Where are all these Cowboys people coming from? I don't know, Dak. I'm blaming you. Mega Bear, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Please like and subscribe. Jalen hurts me. I don't know, but go Cowboys. What the fuck is going on? I'm being infiltrated by Cowboys fans, and that's completely fine because I can take the heat. If you guys are willing to talk heat, we can talk heat. It's a phenomenal movie. Just kidding. Are we being trolled, Jalen? I don't think we're being trolled. Look, anybody, we might be being trolled, but it's okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to the second month of this schedule, huh? Okay. So I have the Eagles going 2-2. They're going to win their first two games against the Falcons and the 49ers, and they're going to lose the Cowboys and then the Chiefs. 2-2 in the first month of the season. And then it's Eagles at Panthers. Again, I think it's going to be really tough game for the Philadelphia. I think that one's going to be a really tough game for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Panthers have a little bit more going on. I think the Eagles lose that one. So 2-3. And then we got Tom Brady and the Buccaneers a week after that. So I'm seeing 2-4 right now. Raiders, I don't think are going to be that tough. I see the Eagles beating the Raiders going 3-4. And then the Lions, we always do well against Jared Goff. The Eagles have always done well against Jared Goff. So I'm going to chalk that up to a win. 4-4. Chargers, after the Lions game, I think that they're going to lose that game. I think the Chargers are going to be really, really good and on the rise to being a perennial playoff team. 4-5 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles at Broncos. I see the Eagles beating the Broncos. Saints. I see the Eagles losing to the Saints 5-6. I see the Eagles losing to the Giants week after that 5-7. I see the Eagles beating the Jets 6-7. I see the Eagles losing to Washington football team 6-8. I see the Eagles beating the Giants in the second time around 7-8. I see the Eagles losing to the Washington football team again, going 7-9, and then beating the Cowboys in week 17 or week 18 just to split that division. So 8-9. So I'm right up there with Patrick. $500Z evidently being trolled by Dallas fans. Yeah, that's completely fine. I don't care. I don't care. But welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. 500Z, please like and subscribe. We're always welcoming every type of fan, and I absolutely love it. That is completely fine with me. Haha, they all came at once, said Jalen Hurts me. Yeah, we probably got some YouTube. I mean, it probably had something to do with the title. That's fine. That's fine. Eagles release 2021 schedule predictions. Toxic Falcon says, do you really think y'all would lose to the Saints? I do. I think it's gonna be an outwitting of the coach. An outwitting of the coach. Honestly, I think Sean Payton's gonna do fine. I think Sean Payton's gonna. I mean, here's the thing. This all is gonna be contingent upon how well Jalen Hurts performs. I could see this going. I could see us shocking a lot more teams than the one. I could see us shocking a lot more teams on this schedule and winning if Jalen Hurts puts out and performs. It's not out of the ordinary. We saw it happen with Carson Wentz, and we were shocked in 2017 just how good he was. But do I expect Jalen Hurts to do that? No, of course I don't expect Jalen Hurts to play at that level in his second year. But can it happen? Does he have the tools to do it? Yeah, he does. He does. And I think Devontae Smith, it's a lot of this is going to be contingent on how well Devontae Smith can come in and play. We haven't. I mean, we'll have to see. I would love for him to be a rookie of the year candidate. The Eagles haven't had that in a long time. So Jalen Hurts says, I watched your stream yesterday. You really think Cliff Kingsbury has a chance to win Coach of the Year? Yeah, why not? Why not? It's going to be another year under their belt, developing together with Kyler Murray and bringing in the playmakers that they did, things of that nature. I think that a part of Kyler Murray's development is also Cliff Kingsbury's development and being in the NFL, and so I think that there are opportunities for him to be able to do that. But again, that's going to come down to what they do. Dak is King says, I think you should sign Steven Nelson, cornerback Steven Nelson. I talked to Patrick J about this a little bit off air, and I was like, I said to him, I was like, damn, man, he's got a big market. The Eagles should sign Steven Nelson, but he's got a huge market for him. And so, we don't have a high cap space. So, it's going to, I don't like our chances. Mike Jarek, welcome to the channel, my man. Cowboys now have Micah Parsons, Jabril Cox, and Jalen Smith. I think Eagles fans need to be nervous. Right. No, absolutely. I completely agree. The Cowboys do make me nervous, honestly, with their defensive personnel, with Dan Quinn now coaching that defense. It shocked me that the Cowboys kind of went out and got Jabril Cox on top of Micah Parsons. But But it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Jabril Cox was a sleeper. Not really a sleeper, but was definitely a linebacker that I wanted for the Philadelphia Eagles in the draft if the Eagles went a little, if the Eagles were to take, if it was available for the Eagles to take. But yeah, no, I think Michael Parsons is going to be a stud. I think Jabril Cox is going to develop really well. And I think Jalen Smith just had a down year, guys. I think he just had a down year. So the defense of the Cowboys is definitely something to be afraid of. Is definitely something to be afraid of. And the other thing too is it's not even just that. It's Dak Prescott coming back, with those wide receivers. It's Zeke, and it's Tony Pollard. It's like they have all the pieces to win over and over again, to win continuously. But again, I'll say this over and over again, is that it doesn't matter at the end of the day what your records are when it comes to a division and when it comes to an NFC East game. They're all going to be good. They're all going to be good. But no, with that said, yeah, no, I think that the Cowboys are definitely primed to be better. I think every team in the NFC East is primed to be better than they were last year. And that's what I want. But as far as Steven Nelson is concerned, Dak, I think I would love for the Eagles to pick up Steven Nelson, more so than them possibly trading for Jordan Hicks and having that reunion, because we need a cornerback, and I think Eric Wilson is going to be fine. I think he's going to continue his development. Who had a great season last season for the Minnesota Vikings and should come in and do okay. But we'll see. Dallas 500 says Cowboys to the bowl. Eagles may have a tough time defending Dallas this year. We will see. I think the Cowboys will finish 9-8. That's not a bad prediction. I definitely could see that. But Cowboys to the Super Bowl, I think you're going a little too far. Like every other Cowboys fan. Yeah, that's right. You guys want to come troll me? I can troll you right back. You guys haven't really been to this. You guys haven't been to the Super Bowl in how many years again? How many years now? Who was the last NFC East team to win the Super Bowl? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Philadelphia Eagles. That's right. Here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna say this. Is Eagles and Cowboys fans and Giants fans, we gotta look out for Washington football team, man. We gotta be realistic about it. Washington football team looks really good. Looks really good on paper, and that defense was really good last year. So one, we got to go up against each other, but we got to watch out for our other division rivals as well. So, and they look fucking great. They look fucking great. They got to get that quarterback situation figured out, but other than that, they look pretty damn good. So, but with that said, guys, it was great being back on here. For any of you new guys, any of you Dallas Cowboy fan trollers, if you want to come back and listen to my channel, DB Talkin Now, you can. We will be back on tomorrow, probably around 6:45. This is DB Talkin Now, DB Talkin Birds, DB Talkin Philadelphia Eagles, and about any other team that you want to talk about. Have a beautiful rest of your Thursday night, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. One love. Go Birds, baby.